back to Test Driver. Today's episode is one of those attention to detail things that I just absolutely love. We're going to be installing the gear selector kit in my F150 from F150LEDs.com. If you're into customizing your F150 at all, then there's a really good chance you're already well aware of who F150 LEDs is. They are Ford owners that build the best and brightest LED kits for Ford owners. If you've watched any of my videos, you're well aware that I already have a number of their kits installed. I have the ambient interior lighting kit, the passenger side dashboard lighting kit, the license plate lighting kit, and I also have the running board lighting kit. So I'm a big fan. That's why I was super gracious when I reached out to them to see if they'd be interested in sponsoring today's episode, that they jumped at the opportunity. So thank you to F150 LEDs. I encourage anyone that's watching to go to their website, check out all the products they have. If you're like me and you like using LED lights as a way to personalize your vehicle and stand out from the regular F150s out there, then I strongly encourage you to check out F150LEDs.com. So this should be a pretty straightforward installation. Let's just get to it. Okay, first things first is we need to actually take out this trim piece for the middle console so that we can get access to where the lighting needs to be installed. Now the question is, how do we get it over the shifter? Like that. Okay, stick that off to the side. We'll come back for that later. You can see here that I already have wires from my other F150 LED kits that I've run through the console. Down here, there are little tabs. There's 6 of them, and you need to unclip those so that you can get this middle piece out. We really need to clean some of this while we're in here. You can see these little tabs here. There we go. And then you're going to want to use a torque bit to take out these 2 screws. Now that those are off, we need to disconnect these clips, which will enable us to free this piece of trim from this leather surround on the shifter. Let's do that. Ta-da! The pieces that come with the kit are actually pretty straightforward. You get this nice LED strip that comes with a custom plastic mounting piece that connects to the center console piece here. Wires long enough to run down along the center console into your factory footwell. And then you also get this pretty large remote that allows you to customize the colors of this to be whatever you want. And this is actually why I like this kit over looking to do something like a factory retrofit, because if the aqua blue color that comes factory with the F150s isn't your style, you have full flexibility to make it whatever color you want, like you can do with all the other F150 LED kits as well. Just to bring you in, give you a little bit of a closer look here, here's the 3 screws that you need to attach, and you can see that they even worked in their branding here, F150 LEDs. Stand out, shine brighter. Now we can put this back into place. We want to be mindful of our wires, make sure that these are out of the way before we start clamping things down. Here you can see that there's a sensor that we need to leave exposed so we can actually change the colors via the remote, so we'll have to worry about that in a little bit. But let's get this all clamped down. Okay, that's all in place. Wires out of the way. Push that down, that wire out of the way. Now that it's clipped in, let's put the torque screws back in. And now we can put the truck in drive to put the trim on top. Now I've heard that getting this piece pushed back in there can be pretty challenging. Let's see if that's true. Well, we did it. That wasn't fun, but we did it. There's a little channel under here that I'm going to try and run the connectors, but I'm going to try and leave this little piece just sticking out here. All right, that's done. I'll leave these loose while I come over there and run all the wires down to the footwell. The name of the game is to hide all the wires. Okay, that's all taken care of. That's sticking out, great. Once you have the wires run here, you can run them down underneath the passenger side carpet over here, and then here's your ground point. And up here, you will see that I already have things piggybacking off of this fuse, and that's what we need to tap into for this one as well. So let's go ahead and add that. Well, it's a little while later, and as you can see, the results speak for themselves. This is a really straightforward install, but you get a lot of bang for your buck here. Being able to customize this and make it what you want is pretty fantastic in my opinion. So if you're looking for something that's just a little bit extra, you know, to take your truck to the next level, then I strongly recommend you check out this kit. I love the variety of options we have here. Again, I'm probably going to stick with something that's kind of close to OEM, but just knowing that I have the ability to do so is pretty fantastic. Pretty easy to change the colors here. You just point right at the sensor on the inside, set them to what you want. Again, check out F150LEDs.com. These guys have everything for the tinkerers like me out there. I guarantee that you're going to like what you get. So there you have it. I've added yet more lights to my F150. I just love these things. Thank you again to F150 LEDs for sponsoring me in this episode. I can't wait to see what you guys come out with next. I'm Rob Schultz. You're watching Test Driver. I'll see you next time.